To learn to live the off-grid lifestyle and to be inspired to live your dreams, click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Click the bell notification. It's all free. So today I thought I'd make a little this or that video. Go through several things, just kind of like my daily chores, my daily routines, or multi-weekly routines, or whatever. I was going to go down and cut some more of that brush down there that I showed you in yesterday's video, but my back's kind of tingy a little bit, not too bad, and I don't want to make it any worse. Yesterday I went down there and I was testing out the chainsaw. Yesterday I was showing you how to change out the chainsaw bar, and I went down there and tested it out. And I pulled on a branch, and I think I twisted my back a little bit. But like I said, not a big deal. Yesterday, we discovered that the wood stove wasn't giving out its pretty blue flames like it normally does. And I've talked about this several times in previous videos. I would like for you to go check out one of those videos. I'll put a card right here on the screen at the end of this video. And it will talk more about this wood stove. I'd like for you to check it out. So you have a better understanding. Also, it helps the algorithm know that you like this video because you liked it so much that you were willing to watch another video. We put a chimney cleaner in the stove. What it does is it keeps the chimney creosote down. It just makes it so it's not so tarry and tacky. It dries it up is what it does. We put that in there about once a week. What it does though is it kind of sticks to the walls of everything. The glass, the chimney, the fireplace. It's kind of messy when you really think about it, but on the other hand, it's preventing chimney fires. So when I'm ready to go clean it out, I can just take a brush and it all falls down and it's clean, it's easy. I don't have to get in there with any special equipment or chemicals. Well, it also puts a film of nastiness on the air tubes. Now the air tubes sit up here at the top of the stove, and they're held on by one simple retainer clip like this. When you put it in, you slide it into this hole over here, and then you slide it into this hole over here, and you can see that there's a hole right there. So a little pin comes out, and you just put that cotter pin right there, and it holds it all into place. Well, this was coated in that chimney cleaner material. I made the connection that this is dirty, and we're not getting the pretty blue flames. Now, the pretty blue flames are very important to these new efficient wood stoves. What is happening is the smoke comes off the wood, hits this bar, and that smoke catches on fire. So air comes into this tube and out these little holes. I don't know if you can see those holes very well. So it catches that smoke on fire, so now you're getting a complete burn. Most of your heat comes from the smoke. So when all that smoke is coming out of the chimney, you're actually losing wood material. It also, if there's water on it, in that wood, it causes creosote. It sticks to the side of the chimney, becomes a tarry substance. What it is just unburnt wood now that is sticking to your chimney or going out your chimney, either way. So when you utilize that smoke, and you can burn it with these new efficient wood stoves with these air tubes, afterburners, reburners, what do you want to call them, then you can use sycamore, which is a very non-dense wood is the best way to put it. So this has like 24 million BTUs per cord of wood, but oak has 30 million BTUs per cord of wood. So you can use sycamore, 2 logs every 12 hours. That's all I have to use because I'm utilizing every bit of the sycamore. Well, it got dirty. And I thought, well, maybe it's not getting a blue flame because this is dirty. So I took it out and I cleaned it. Well, all I did was I took this little greenie. Now in the Navy, we called them greenies. I think they were called Scotch Brite or something like that. And I just cleaned like this. I then rolled it up and I took a shoestring and I poked a hole in the greenie. I stuck the shoestring in there and I was able to pull this out all the way through. I think what I'm going to do though is I'm going to buy a shotgun bore cleaner, the little copper things. I think I'm going to get one of those next time I go to Walmart, and that way I can just shove it down there with a gun cleaner pole. I'm going to do this clean about once a week, or maybe even twice a week. It's just not hard to do. The only thing you got to be careful of is there's 3 bars in there, and 2 of them are identical. 2 of them have holes just on one side, but the front bar, this one, has holes on both sides. This bar has to go in the front. Don't know why, but that's what the instruction says. So don't mix them up. That's the only thing that's complicated about this whole thing. Obviously, it gets pretty hot Right now it's hot to the touch, so I had to take it out with gloves. So something that I've noticed with our wood stove is it takes about 5 sticks of wood to get the thing to light well. The thing is we don't feed the wood stove all day long. We light it up. The stove stays warm for several hours. Even after the coals have all died down, I can start it at 6 o'clock in the morning. The fan on top, which is heat generated fan, will shut off around 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I mean, we're talking 6, 7, 8 hours that the stove is putting out about 200 degrees. And that keeps our little tiny house very comfortable. And then I don't even have to start the wood stove up until maybe 8 o'clock at night on a chilly day. Like today, it's like 40 degrees out, 45 degrees. So I would suspect around 6, 7, 8 o'clock tonight, I'll have to light it again. So 2 times a day I light it. So I need 5 sticks of wood. The problem is 5 sticks of wood puts out a lot of heat. So what I've decided to do is, since I need 5 sticks, it doesn't say what size sticks I need. I just need 5 sticks. I've been cutting the sticks in half with my little circular saw. It's a little battery operated thing. And I do, I don't know, 3 or 4 sticks a day. And then I charge the battery. What that means is this, and say half of this is all I need to start my wood stove for 12 hours, 12, 14 hours. This is a lot less than I thought we were going to use. I thought we'd use a cord a year, but I'm really beginning to think I'm only going to need to use about a half a cord of wood. As it gets colder, we may have to start it up a few more times throughout the day, maybe 1 more time. But also remember, we're going to be using oak in the colder portion of the winter. Right now, like I said earlier, this is sycamore and it doesn't have a lot of BTUs. Oak may give out more heat longer periods of day because it'll have a nice coal bed throughout the day, whereas the coals die off pretty quick. Now this is just a little circular saw that Carolyn uses. I bought this for her. That way I don't have to run the generator or anything to start up a circular saw. I don't have to run this chainsaw, which would be a way overkill for this. I come out here for a few minutes every day and just work on this. And so now this is 2 sticks, right? I need 5. I just made 1 into 2. I know that seems very simplistic, but it's incredible how well this works. Okay, so I've been out here for maybe 5 minutes and I got this nice pile of wood. What you got to do when you start the wood stove is you stack it in a north, south, east, west pattern. Like that, and then you put 1 of these on top. Now imagine that. That's all I need to heat my house for 12 hours, 12 to 14 hours. In temperatures that are right around the freezing mark. In the 30s, low 40s. A couple days ago, got down to 28 degrees. So I may have used on that day, I think I used on the second light 7 or 8 pieces total of these little pieces. Contrary to popular belief, chickens don't like dirty water. They'll stop drinking it after a while. So I try to keep these clean as much as possible. Boy, it's so windy, everything's flying around. This is their water feeder, water or whatever you want to call it. I found these on Amazon, these little cups. These little cups here come out of the cup. So we have these little removable cups and you can clean these. It's pretty handy actually. Now I got waterproof gloves on. That's been really handy to keep my hands dry and warm. They're a little bulky, so doing detail work is hard. I didn't even know they sold waterproof gloves until I went to Orchland's the other day and I saw them. I thought, man, I gotta have those, and they were only like $17. They weren't terribly expensive. So I'm gonna clean these little cups out and then clean the bucket and give the chicken some more water. Now see, this little cup, all it does is go back in to the original cup. And so you can just take those out and clean them. And trust me, they get pretty dirty. Chickens are a dirty animal. So they'll sit on top of this and they'll do their droppings right into the water. So while I'm at it, got the water running, I'll go ahead and fill the water tank. Now I've showed you a video on that just a few days ago, so I won't cover that again. I did tell you that the RV pump had a bad switch. I was able to find some switches on Amazon. So it's been several days using that switch now, and it hasn't stopped working. So I'm very satisfied with that repair, and it saved me, gosh, probably 25 bucks not having to replace that pump. So I was able to wash that bucket out, put my hand completely in the water. My hands never got wet. Of course, the glove got wet, but not my hands. So now I'm going to let the chickens out and roam a little bit. I know that a lot of folks like seeing the chickens fly around. So I let them out a little bit each day, as you may know, just so they can get their wings to spread out a little bit and get some fresh grass, maybe some bugs or something. Carolyn just threw an apple in there, so got 2 of them in there still picking at that apple. So it might be a wrong time of day to let them out. There's the 2 roosters, that one right there in front. We call him Roo. Uh-oh. And then Frenchie is standing right next to him, the white one. So Roo's really young. He's probably not very good at that, but that's what they do. They'll pin them down and mate like that. I don't know if I want to keep that in the video or not. Somebody will probably complain. Oh, so who knows? We'll see how that goes. I try to keep them pretty close to the door in case a hawk or eagle flies by. Frenchie's pretty good at getting them all rounded up and put back into the cover, into the chicken run. So if you would you click this video right here on the screen? I'd really appreciate it. It tells the algorithm that you really like this video, and you also learn about those blue flames in the wood stove. So I hope I can inspire you to get back to your roots when you're living your dream. Thanks for watching.